Hey guys and gals, this is Psionic Arrow, and I've got the VK3001P German Tier 6 medium tank. This is more of a medium tank than the VK3601H, mostly because it is faster and more maneuverable, but it's still not as maneuverable as other Tier 6 medium tanks for other countries. So, first thing you'll notice, black background. This is due to the fact that I'm not in World of Tanks, the garage. This is World of Tanks Tank Viewer because I've sold the VK3001P because I really wanted to get the Tiger P, and I forgot to do a video on this guy. So here's my alternative. I'm using a tank viewer to show you the tank. I'm going to be posting some of the statistics on the side somewhere. And of course, I've downloaded a texture pack for the tanks, which I don't use in game, but the tank viewer allows me to change between two different texture packs, so I can show you the weak points of the tank without just pointing at it with my mouse. So first, I'm going to show you the weak points. There we go. And then I'm going to say that this guy has 710 hit points. It's got a 670 horsepower engine with a speed limit of 60 kilometers per hour. 28 degrees of track traverse and 28 degrees per second of turret traverse. The armor is 75 millimeters on the front, 60 on the side, and 40 on the back of the hull. The turret armor is 100 millimeters on the front, 82 on the side, and 82 on the back. Now, the cannon is the 8.8cm L56, which has an average penetration of 132 and an average damage of 220. 8.7 rounds per minute, 0.38 accuracy with a 2.3 second aiming time. So it's kind of a medium tank gun at this point. And because the 3001P acts a lot more like a medium tank than the 3601, you won't have as much of a problem with the low amount of penetration on this gun. You'll be flanking tanks. It'll be a lot easier to flank tanks than in the 3601H. So, to the weak points, you can see here, red is just general weak points of the tank. That's the machine gun port and the commander's hatch. Green is, I believe, supposed to be the transmission. This gear thing is the driver. If we move to the side, the ammo sign over here is the loader, and the purple or magenta color over here, this is the ammo rack. Blue, which is over here and a little bit on the back, of course, is the engine. Binoculars is the commander, and the crosshair over here is the gunner. So these are the weak points clearly shown on the tank. The white stripes over here, I believe, is where you aim at the gun to damage or destroy it. Alright, so let's see. Right, view range 370 meters and signal range is 710 meters. And that's about it. We'll get into a replay. Alright, so it's an encounter battle on Siegfried Line, and I'm in a Tier 6 kind of game. So you'll notice that the VK3001P is not that fast going up a hill, and only when it's on flat ground does it reach about 50 right here. You can see the American EZ-8 over here is quite a bit more maneuverable. And of course the T-3485 is a lot more maneuverable. And they both shoot quite fast. The 3001P, you're going to need to take care when flanking and maneuvering into positions where you can flank the enemy team, because you're not as fast, you can't get out of the situation as well as the other Tier 6 medium tanks. So with that in mind, I'm taking a very careful approach to how I attack the enemy team. And that means a lot of boring waiting right now, because I need to know where the enemy team is before I start moving out. I don't want to get hit by any of them too early on, because I only have 710 hit points. In the meantime, the equipment I use, well, you can see I put a camouflage on this guy, but that's not important. I just had an extra one and I felt like putting one on. The important piece of equipment is the medium caliber tank gun rammer, which I use on pretty much every tank I've got, just to increase the reload speed. Alright, so the Churchill one has moved out. It doesn't seem like there's anything there. Oh, except the T-150 just showed up. I took a quick shot, and looks like I just knocked the tracks off the T-150, and he fired HE at me. Now, Churchill 1, I didn't aim very well, and I just bounced right here. Second shot misses. And the enemy Churchill 1 dies before I get in the third shot. Alright, T-150, it definitely looks like he's firing with the HE cannon. So this is where I do a little bit of a gamble. I expose my side, really flat side, with how much armor was that? 60 millimeters of armor, but it's enough to negate most of the damage done by the T-150 firing HE. Alright, so that guy's taken care of, and we're gonna need to go and take care of another Tier 6, the KV-1S, which is also using an HE cannon. And I'm using this Churchill 7 over here as cover, because he definitely has more armor than I do.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
And it looks like we both fired at the same time, but I got in my 4 damage to kill him. Alright, there's the counterpart, 3601H. I took a shot into his side, hoping that I can get a penetration, and I did. Seems like I absorbed a shot right there. I'm not sure who fired. M18 Hellcat, not much armor on this guy, so you don't really have to aim too much unless the only thing you can see is the turret. Now originally I planned to circle around the VK and the EZ8, but it seems like the Churchill has done well. Maybe that Hellcat also was the one I fired first. But I did not want to get sniped by this Hellcat over here if I went around. It doesn't look like he's doing that, so I'm going to take careful aim and then finish him off. You can see the aiming time over here. It's not that bad for a medium range encounter. Now, sniping on the other hand is not that great with this tank. The accuracy is not good enough to snipe at really long distances like a Panther or some of the other German tanks, which are quite a lot better at sniping. Alright, so there's only an artillery left, and knowing that this tank is not going to outrun some of the tanks that are already there, searching for the Wesp, then I'm just going to, well, they found him right there. I'm just going to sit in the cap and get some, a little bit more experience or credits. I'm not sure which one it is that you get. Alright, so let's take a look at the results. 834 experience with this guy. And we can see I've got 3 kills and I'm on 79% health. 13 shots fired, 11 of them hit and 9 of them penetrated. I did over 1200 points of damage and I got hit 5 times. So I made 23,000 credits on a premium account, and on a non-premium account that's 14,000 credits. So it's not too bad. And I did some spotting damage, 334 as well. And that's about it. So let me know what you think about the weak points, the visual weak points in the World of Tanks viewer. And thanks for watching. Please press that like button and leave some comments. I'll see you guys in future videos.